It's time for another math easy. So we're going to discuss drop-down lists. These are some very useful function in Microsoft Excel 2007, and also works in other Excel ones, but this is one I have, and also how to use it with tables to make it even better. And this one I showed in my earlier video what tables are and how to use it. You could look at that in the info below. Basically, what I mean by drop-down list is this: if you want to force a user to select from a list, a drop-down list like this. If this is a cell here, but then you force them to when you click it, it pops up a list of values that they can only select from. So you can choose like this one. So now to get this started, let's just open Excel right here. Now the first thing you have to do is create a list here. Let's just say we have a brand here and we want to force the user to select between these brands. Let's call Adidas as one of them, Nike, and let's say Puma here. So you want to force them to select between these ones, so then you force them to save at this input here. You could force them to do that by a drop down list. First thing you gotta do is, well, you can click on data right here and then data validation, click it as it opens here, and then right now it's at any value. But what you could do here is you could select from whole number, decimal, whatnot, date. Here just click on list. So we're going to force them in the source. You just highlight the list here. So this brand here, we'll just pick between these three. So now we have this right here. So when you click here, you have them choose from Adidas, Nike, or Puma here. And let's click Nike, whatnot. But then let's say if you were to make it blank here, if you were to pick something else, let's say the brand was Reebok, but then right now we have it currently set that it will not allow you to put anything besides these three. Just go cancel here, just go back to data validation here. You could also input message. Let's just call this brand, input the brand, and then the error alert here is basically what it stops here, won't let you, or you could have a warning, or you could have just say a brand not available. So you can put a warning here. So right now again it says there's the little message we have when we highlight this cell, and when you click on they change it. Let's just go back to Reebok. Again, now we have the value you entered is not valid. User restricted value can be entered on the continue. You can still continue, but this one it just gave us a warning though. But let's just but the problem with this one right here with this way of making a list is if you were to add Reebok here, and now let's just search for it, it still doesn't show up here. Still doesn't show up. So what you have to do actually is make this into a list or a table. Like you can see my other video on tables. You just go to insert, highlight this, go to insert, click on table, and this has headers. Brand is the header. So we have a table right here. And now what we could do here, we could we'll remove go back to data validation, and now what you could do, go back to the settings. Let's just make this one not just stop, won't let you. Settings right here. So highlight these four right here. So now you highlight the same way, but this is a table now. If you highlight it here, so we could select between these four, whatnot, be the same thing, but let's just add another brand. Yeah, let's just pick Armani or something. I don't really know. So now as you see, it automatically gets put in this table, and when I go here, it has Armani there. So then now we have a quick way of adding to this table here, and if you and this automatically gets updated, and it's really useful. So now another thing that you could do with tables, which I showed before, I'll just create a table right now. We'll just call this column 1 here. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, and let's just column 2. Just creating a random table, which I showed like in my other video. Let's go A, B, C, and now let's just put this brand here. We could drag this thing right over here. So we have this data validation thingy, this drop down. Let's just put it for all three here. Just delete these. So now what we could do here, if we highlight this and make into a table, so insert table. So now we have a table here, and everyone is data validation. Let's just click on this. I'll just make this centered. Data, Nike, whatever this is. And then also, then when you go click on here, let's go 4D. As you can see, this automatically makes a new drop down list of this same table we had. So now we click on Reebok, whatnot. So as you can see, this is pretty useful. This is it speeds up the process if you have a table and you wanted input, or you had customers that you wanted, or someone working for you that were inputting data for you. It'd be easier, so make sure there's no mistakes, because you just have it here, so you can just check these instead of having to check the entire table for mistakes. And yeah, you can see my other video on tables in the link below. Well, that's all for today. Hopefully you learned about drop down lists. Pretty useful. It's yeah, quite amazing actually. Well, it's all for today. Hopefully you learned, and stay tuned for another math easy solution.